Welcome to an episode of Potion Sword Run. In this episode, I'm going to show you how these grifters come up with their rumors and then just spread them around, even though they're false and they have no bearing to begin with. That's right, there's been two grift rumors going around. Supposedly now Mass Effect, the one that they're working on, is woke. Not only that, the story that broke out from Interstellar and Jordan and how it released all these leaks turned out to be false. But how did they begin? By simple posts on Reddit, 4chan, and any other boards out there that people might visit. Now you may have heard that Interstellar's story had leaked. Supposedly that all the journalists had this leak, but they were sitting on it because they didn't want to spoil it for the rest of the gamers. Even Jason from Bloomberg had it supposedly. And everybody and their mother ran with it, making videos and articles about it. And then it turns out to be false. Naughty Dog came out and said that none of it is true. And not only that, Jason confirmed that he never got such leaks and he doesn't sit on any story. And then other journalists have come out to say that they also don't have this story either. So the post was fake to begin with. I work as a contractor for Mass Effect 5. I do QA. I have a warning for you. We got an all hands on deck meeting last week. Des were asked to delay features, art, and content that may be deemed woke or political, and defer them for future patches, as we were tasked to report if we audit or detect anything that might resemble them so they can be fixed. The company wants to launch the game as clean as possible and introduce woke stuff silently through patches. I fear this might be industry-wide. They wouldn't be issuing this early otherwise, so tread carefully. That's all. So that's all it took for the grifters to run with it. You have the Trent Report. You have the Artcast. You have Dr. Disaster. You have Eddie, the guy that said Grand Theft Auto was woke. Oh boy, I was right again. Will you look at that? You have the Artcast, Salt, and all that, of course, but this would fit very nicely with a few other rumblings I've heard from back channels. Companies want to get rid of the woke, but are equally worried that the woke will attack them for it, and so will try to hit a middle line. All these guys who hear rumblings, who have sources, are all full of shit, because this is where they have their sources from. This is the type of proof that they provide. Their source is Trust Me Bro. And of course, we have the number one grifter, Grums. This rumor is going around that BioWare is asking for woke content to be paused and delayed, perhaps patched at a later time. I can tell you this, when management says delete this now, they don't really plan to add it in later. They are saying that to keep their activist employees from rioting. So he believes that they're telling him to delete all this woke stuff and they'll add it later, but they really won't, because they're going to keep their employees from rioting. Like, this is the kind of shit that your brain has to think of in order to believe this mush. I'm starting to believe that they don't even think this shit, you know? Like, it has to be the freaking grift. Like, how stupid can you be to believe this? To believe that companies would work like that? Oh my god. There's no helping these people. And then what happens is the grifter websites start running with the story, and then it reinforces it. Like the Park Place throwing up vile like this. Even though there's no source, even though there's a Trust Me Bro, what kind of journalistic outlet is this? See, these are the type of people that complain about journalistic integrity. But then when you look at articles like this that have no basis in reality, like how could you even complain in the first place when this is the type of stuff they produce with no evidence? It's not only them, all the SJW sites run with stuff like this. Here you have Comic Book News. Again, running with a story that has no proof, has no sources. Trust me, bro. But now they're gonna lead you to believe that Mass Effect is woke. When in reality, Mass Effect has always been woke, like really woke. It's been diverse, inclusion, same-sex romances, politically charged. It's all about politics, different races. But these guys, these gamers, are tourists. Don't even know what the games that they're talking about are all about. So that's how they do it. They have an anonymous source out there with no damn proof, start spreading rumors online, and then these YouTubers start to talk about it, tweet about it, run with it. Then these websites start making stories about it, and then the YouTubers go ahead and make videos about it. That is how they produce their content. All based on lies. So whenever you hear these guys say, my source is here, my source is there, they reached out. These guys are not, nobody's reaching out. Nobody's reaching out. Do you think they're gonna jeopardize their job? Especially one that's not necessarily guaranteed in a video game industry, knowing with all the layoffs? To give these guys any inside scoop on what's going on in the company? Really think about it. If you do, then you guys are special. It's clear as day how they produce their stories. If you don't want to believe it, if you don't want to even just with the proof that's out there, then there really is no helping you guys. But the rest of us know. People out there who can see clearly that these guys are full of shit. That what they say is not worth a dime. Anyways, I'm going to leave it right there. Remember to be kind to yourself and enjoy your life. And I'll meet you right there. Peace.